All right. Welcome to tonight's team call. I want to introduce myself because I feel like I haven't really intro to call yet. So thank you all for being on. My name's Tabitha Sampson. I haven't really shared. I just briefly want to share and open up. Like I love to start calls with just a little bit of like inspiration and excitement and energy because it really sets the pace for the rest of the call. And we have some really fun things to share tonight. So I just want to remind everybody and just speak from my own a little bit of experience with my decision. I did not take this decision lightly that I made coming to Atmosphere. I actually, and I say this just because, and Emily knows a lot of this about me, but we both have similar kind of experiences. But I didn't know if I wanted to do this again. And I felt super, it was like God was telling me to do this, but then I was like, but I don't really think I want to do this again. Like I'm really comfortable. And then he's like, yeah, well, you're gonna do this. And it felt so crystal clear to me. And the reason that is a multitude of things, but um something that really, for me personally, and I think everybody probably on this call can relate, is I've never been able to experience. I'm all about like this year, I'm like experience, expansion, excitement, fun, fresh, like, and this just makes so much sense to me. And I think that, and I'll have something to piggyback on in a second about this and just how it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to everybody else that you're talking to. But I've never experienced much like I'm assuming everyone on this call, and please type in the chat if you've experienced a brand new launch and to be here from day one. But to me, that was just such a special thing. And I think how cool to be with this brand from day one and how amazing to be able to, because I've been three other places and I've experienced things and I've had great experiences and it's been fun and I've learned so much. And I feel like had I not known what I know, I wouldn't understand what we have here and I wouldn't understand the opportunity that's at hand. And so I want to remind you that this is wildly, like a very wildly special time to be in the midst of this. Um, and I want to also remind you that this is a place, and I was praying about this today, and I was praying, about some things that I've struggled with as I've came into this, because it's not always a super positive thing seen by everybody else, right? But you got to do what's best for you. And so I've been praying a lot about that and to guide me and for me to stay true to myself while being able to speak greatness and growth into other people. And I believe what we're going to be able to do here is so wonderful because every single person that has a network marketing experience previously is going to get to redo that experience. Not that it was bad, not that it was wrong, not that we didn't learn a lot and we're so grateful for it, but the fact that we get to do this again and we get to do it with more experience, more excitement, coming in at a different place, right? And I just think it's beautiful. And I want people to feel like this is a place that they can come in and they can thrive and they can grow and that anybody is welcome. And I feel like the majority of people that I've enrolled don't have a lot of experience. And I want to congratulate you and give them props for saying yes to something that you're like, in your heart, you feel this is a feeling. Like it's got to be a feeling that I'm drawn to this. Like for me, I was drawn to this. Like I didn't really want to be drawn to it. I was kind of like, why am I feeling drawn to this? But I was, and you can't deny that feeling, right? And so many people are feeling that, and we want to welcome them and we want them to feel that when they come in, right? So, with that being said, I want to kind of reiterate, and I feel like a lot of us right now, and I've been saying it this way, and I'm kind of joking when I say this, but I'm kind of not. Like at this point, we have a link and a dream. That's all we got. We don't have products to sell. We've got like, if I didn't, I mean, I have full faith and trust in this company and in this mission and the people behind it, and because I know them. I know some of them firsthand, and that that is everything for me to say yes to this and for me to transfer my confidence to you guys with this, that this is going to be massive. And the time is now, and you can be a sitting duck right now, and you can be like, all right, I have this link and I don't really know what to do with it. And that's okay if you're feeling that way. But I want to encourage you that we will never, ever with this company have this type of magnetic energy and momentum as we do now. And again, not everyone's going to understand. So right now we have a link and a dream. And not everyone's going to understand that, right? They're going to not understand at what impact and special timing this is. They're not going to get it. And that's where we get to try to just continue to show up, plant the seeds, put out our confidence and excitement, right, with this. And then bring as many people in as we can right now, sharing with them the opportunity. But then we're going to launch products, and it's going to be this whole wave of extra people that are going to come in, because you're going to have people that just aren't going to come in right now because they want the product and they want to try it, and they're just not going to do it until they have that. But then you're going to have people like ourselves where we're like, all right, I've seen enough to know, and this is incredible, and I want to be a part of this because I would be insane, and I'm saying this about myself, not about anybody else, but I would be insane to not take part in this because this is just fantastic. And if you saw the product call the other night, then you are like 10 times more excited than you were before you saw the product call. And I feel like that call right there, because if you have people that are holding their phone and they're dragging their feet because of the product, there's your ticket. If you have people that are just like, I don't know if this opportunity is going to stand out, blah blah blah, like I've seen them all, kind of thing, because that's kind of how I was. Like I've seen it all. Yeah, it's going to have to really take something big, for me. That product call, I feel like will really put people over the edge. So, with all of that to be said, no matter why you're here, no matter your goal, no matter your experience, what you know and what you don't, we love you and we see you and we want to grow with you and we want you to feel like you are supported and that you have every chance, because right now, every single one of us has every chance to grow this. But it's up to us, right? To fail forward, to continue to just learn and grow. And I don't know all the things. I literally knew I felt like about 1% about the products until I watched that product call. And now I feel like I know like 30% maybe. Like I need to go back and watch it a couple times, right? Like you don't need to know, you just need to know that you want people to experience what we're about to get to experience with massive income if that's what they want to make, or just to be a part of something really cool from the beginning. With that being said, am I gonna turn it over to do we want
Let's
Katie?
do intros because
Okay, perfect.
people know Katie and maybe not everyone knows me. I'll go next. So I'm Emily. So if you guys were on Monday's little office hours we did, by the way, Lindsay Petty is going to be doing a Power 30 on Mondays. I know we said let's keep doing these. She's going to do one at the exact same time. So we're just going to kind of merge into hers and different leaders will run those. So it might be Tabitha and I doing another one every once in a while too. But I'm Emily. So I came from the same company as Tabitha, and I was just thinking about this when she was talking too. This is my third network marketing company. I've only been in the industry for 6 years. And when I pivoted the first time, I was leaving like about a $1,000 paycheck. And I remember at the time that was everything to me. It was like literally almost half of what I was making as a teacher, which is crazy. But like that was a massive income to me. And it was very scary to leave something that I had poured like so much of my time and energy and focus and passion. Like I said, us ADHDers, when we go down a rabbit hole, like I went down the rabbit hole, like that's when I went down the low tox rabbit hole. And I kind of became this person that stood for that brand. And with my last company, I made sure not to do that. I made sure not to like become the company. I made sure to have my own personal brand and my own story to tell. And so, because I kind of just had in the back of my mind, I know these things don't always last forever, right? Like you just never know. You never know. And I wanted to make sure that it didn't become my identity. And I was the top 10 earner. I was the number 10 earner in that company. And I'm coming here now. And I told Tabitha and I told Allie, if you guys know who Allie is, she's one of our uplines. I, you know, I got comfortable being at the top, right? It's comfortable. We were coasting. I didn't have to hardly do anything, and I just get a paycheck every month. And as cool as that was, I'm watching my team not hit any ranks and not hit their goals. So for me, as comfortable as that was for the time being, I didn't want to stay there because that wasn't fun anymore. I want my team to win. I want my team to get the paychecks they want. I want them to get the customer retention they want. I want them to hit their ranks and get all their bonuses. And that's fun and that's exciting. And I am not a skincare girl at all. So Tabitha is and Allie is. And so I'm just kind of like listening to them talk about skincare and how much fun it is to sell skincare. All I know is supplements and cleaning supplies. I don't know. They're like, it is so different and it's easier. Like people just buy it. People just buy it. I'm like, I'm excited for that. But I told them, I don't really care what we're selling, to be honest with you guys. We could be something. I'd be in this with you because for me, my faith is in like the people first that are believing in this. And so just know that like from me, from a girl who's not a skincare girly, I have a lot of faith in the women that are making these big, bold moves too. And that's honestly why I'm here as well. So I do want to pass it off to Katie because a lot of you guys don't know Katie. She's one of our leaders as well, and I want you guys to meet her.
Hey everyone, I wanted to introduce myself. My name's Katie. I live in Vermont. I'm a mom to two girls. I also work full time, so I know there's a handful of us that do multiple things, and I made the switch. This is my third network marketing company. First of all, I want you all to pat yourself on the back for showing up tonight. You showed up for your business, so congrats to you. I think we are in such an exciting phase right now to be able to share this company and be the first in your network to be able to share. What's always been really, really important to me in my first business, I really didn't feel welcomed. I didn't feel like it was really my home. So when I built again at Green Compass, that has always been very, very important to me, the culture and the community that we have. So just know that you're in the right place with the right people and that we are all here to help you succeed, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's an extra $500, whether you want to replace your full-time income or pay your mortgage. We are all here to help you hit your specific goals and know that no question is a silly question. Reach out to any of us at any time that you have any questions, any language help. We're really here to kind of hold your hand and help you hit your specific goals. So if you guys need anything, just let me know. I'm so excited to have you all here.
Thanks, Katie. Aw, I love you both so much. I'm so excited to do this with you guys. Um, okay, so let's dive into just I'm gonna have Emily kind of tag team this with me. But we thought it would be really cool to, right now, if I'm all about strategy and like strategically figuring out what you can do and what you want to do, right? And how you can make that happen. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the comp plan and just brush over that because Steve Rack is doing his comp plan call. Is that March 3rd, right? Or the 9th,
Monday is, I thought it was this coming up Monday.
right? The 2nd? Okay, thank you.
My
Okay,
calendar.
because then Mia's is the next one. I'm just confused. Okay, Steve Rax is this next Monday. Okay, so he's gonna really like I anticipate he's gonna do a very deep dive on this comp plan, which is great. I didn't know my last comp plan, like didn't know it at all, like couldn't teach it, couldn't explain it. It was horrible. And I want to know this one in and out because I just want to be fluent in being able to share it. And so don't stress out about that. Like we will be teaching it, helping you guys so that you guys feel comfortable to share it to other people. Um, okay, so really quick, let's talk about putting this in your head just because, and again, you don't have to put this goal in your path, but I highly suggest you do this and we break this down. So because we have pretty much a month still, close to it, of sharing this link and a dream, we get to think about how many kits you want people in yourself, for you to get people enrolled and in your downline to achieve in order to get to, I'm just going to put it out there, and again, don't freak out, but it's called partner. It's the leadership rank. um and it's the one that is just kind of like where you've built a team, you have a solid foundation, and you have a few people probably that really want to do this and build to partner as well. Okay. Now, Emily, can you put that in the chat, what that is for me, please? What the kits and what that looks like. So if you're like me, I want to know, okay, if I want to get to leadership rank and I want to, and they're going to break down the amounts of comp, like they're going to give us more of a ballpark figure of what that would be income wise. Right now, I'm just going to tell you that partner could be anywhere, I believe, from about $1,000 to 3,500, okay, ish. All right. Now that's going to be dependent on your sales. Right now we're going to be able to do kits in March. There's going to be no sales on top of that. It's just kits. So we're breaking this down into kits only at this point. So if your goal is $1,000 a month to 3,500 ish, this is for you. And I want you to open your mind and I want you to stretch yourself a little bit, because this is something I believe that's doable for every single person with an opportunity and a timing such as this. Okay. So, partner, I'm going to go back to the notes that I have that Emily. Okay, here we go. So, okay. So partner.
It's kind of hard. I put it in the chat, but the way it is laid out is kind of hard to read. I'm gonna retype it, you guys.
I mean, it's okay. I think like all the ranks, it's just
24.
24.
Yeah.
So 24 kits is what you would need to secure between your people that are enrolling and anyone under you that are enrolling. Okay. So right now, if you have four people, let's just say for easy math, four people that have bought $50 enrollments, okay, you have all of this time to get 20 more people in the door to make that happen. Now that's anticipating the fact that every single one of them is going to buy a kit on March 20th, right? And I feel like probably 90, I'm just throwing this out there. I have no idea. I feel like 90% of people that are buying the $50 link are doing the $50 enrollment are going to get the kits, right? Because they're just super excited and they want to get the products when we do. So with that being said, I want you, and we need, like, as your guide and as your upline, we want to know, like, I want to know if you're sitting there and you're like, I would love to do this. I want to be partner rank. And again, all the other ranks are great. Focusing on the ones before that, you can see advisor is 3, is that senior advisor is 6, and executive affiliate is 12. I'm guessing that's what that is. I don't know offhand. And so
If you want, do you have the
Oh, yeah, I
company?
have it pulled
Do
up.
you want to share it? And you get bonuses too with all these different ranks, and they apply in March. So let's just say, even if you were like, I'm going to shoot for advisor and get those 3 kits, like me and 2 other people, you get the $100 bonus too, but they're stackable. So if you get partner, you get the bonuses for all the ranks in 1 month.
Yes. Why is this harder to navigate? Okay. So let's go to, oh, the bonuses. The bonuses are on there. Okay. So we have this really fun graphic too. Just, you guys can see this, right? We have this really fun graphic too that I shared, and I don't know if I shared with everybody, but like I can put it in the chat or whatever, but it's just a really nice one. It's probably in the Steady app, I'm assuming. But this is just so cool because the bonuses here, I have never been a part of any company with this type of bonus system. This is on top of your commission, you guys. So the fact that like you can earn, it's like 44,000 and then some on top of that. I don't know what the odd amount was, but because you're earning, all of these. Okay. Now they are dispense like it is like depending on the rank, it's like you get half the first month and then you get the next half the second month. And then some of the bigger ranks I think is dispersed in 3 months. And then you also have some of these, you have like 3 months to maintain that, like to get it back kind of thing. If you don't, because everybody starts at zero the next month, right? So if you think about it though, like if you're shooting for partner, here's where my mind is. If you're shooting for partner in March, okay, that means you're getting people in the door in February. You're not waiting around. You're having the conversations. You're showing up. You're getting in people's eyes and you're just doing the things, right? You're sharing the videos that we have recorded. You're inviting to the opportunity calls, and then you're getting more people in the door for February. Then you have all of March, and then you're going to have the 24. Like I just know it. If you want it to happen, if you want to make it happen, I promise you can get the 24 people. And then when April comes, you're going to have more people enrolling because guess what? The products are coming out. People want them. You're going to have sales on top of that. So it's really going to be it's going to compound. Like, I hope that you can see that this is really going to compound. And in order to do the things now, that's why I said, like, I would recommend not being a sitting duck and waiting and sitting there thinking, like, I don't know, like, please reach out to us because we will help you do this. But now's the time because they announced today that March 17th will be that night will be the last day that you can officially be a foundational affiliate. So I would start putting that out there now because we didn't really know what day that was going to be. We knew it was going to be through February. I thought it was going to be most of March, but now they've determined I don't really know, but based on, I'm guessing numbers and people enrolling and how many we're going to have and all that, I don't know. And then that way, when April comes, it's like you have all of the people that you've enrolled. Now we've helped them, and this is going to happen. This is going to be relatively easy, you guys, to get people to want to try these products. When you guys start having your befores and after pictures, you're displaying the product, you're showing how wonderful your skin looks by using it, you're showing how easy it is, the process, the system, the fact that it's only a few products, and it's not a complex system, so many multiple things. And the fact that, like, I had a lady come to me today and was like, are these going to be for mature skin? And I'm like, actually, we just had a product call and I want to send this to you because I think you would love to hear it. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Like, she talks about pro aging. And I just think there's just going to be so many things, right? When we continue to educate on climate-based skincare, and all of that. Emily, do you want to piggyback off of anything there?
I just want to reiterate the importance of you grabbing your kit because you not grabbing it and waiting and getting like a smaller bundle, you're just delaying your own sales because you're going to have a hard time selling something when you're just still sitting waiting to get more product for yourself. And then you're going to have people ordering the next month. And so you're going to have sales coming in, you're going to be making a paycheck. So I wouldn't worry. I would just really just consider that an investment. It's skin in the game. It's going to make you work to earn it back. And when you work to earn it back, you're only snowballing your paycheck faster. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so let's go to the just quickly breeze through this and then we're gonna let you guys ask questions. So I love the fact that with this early, I say early, with the retail sales on the front end of things, I love that you can get to 35% commission and y'all, if you think about the average order being like, I'm just throwing this out there, I don't really know what the average order is going to be. I would say it's going to be anywhere from like 150 to 225. I don't know that for a fact, but if we think about that as being kind of, and that's probably on the lower side, just depending, I don't know. That's going to add up fast. Okay. And so when you think about 5,000, you might be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, like I do not think I could sell 5,000. I promise that you can, if you just open your mouth and talk about these products and you're willing to show them and show how effective and show the performance and all of that. But what's nice about this is there's no like requirement to have new customers. So the previous skincare company that I was with, it was like this benchmark. If you had to sell X amount of money, but then you also had to get new client PV or volume, and that is can be difficult, to always do and to have that requirement. So the fact that you get to the top tier of the retail comp plan part, and this is the affiliate side of things. So this is for your people who just want to sell and they have no desire to build a team. Okay. Okay, then we go into this with the comp plan qualifications. Um, and this was where, like, so when you get to the higher ranks, um, this is where you want to look at, like, see on the bottom where it says number of partner legs. So when you hit partner, you don't need any partners. Okay. You just need, what is it? 10,000 in sales. Okay. That's in your entire organization. That's not just you. So if you're selling 5,000, guess what? You only need to make up 5,000 in the underneath of you with the people and under you. And I'm telling you that that's not going to be difficult to do. But then once you hit senior partner, which is 25,000, you do have to have one person being partner and then so on. Um, okay, so that's pretty explanatory, I feel like. Now, the overrides, this is where I get a little bit like it's a little bit confusing to me, and this is where I'm digging deeper. Lindsay Petty sent me some voice clips the other day, and it kind of helped because you get into like, I'm not going to go into it, but it's like you have if you have a leg that has partners under that leg, then there's this like blanket of generation volume that goes an income that goes on top of that. And it just gets a little bit, it's really not that difficult, but I just want to refresh. I don't want to say anything about it because I want to listen to Steve's call. And all of us kind of hear that. And then as we all learn this together and sort of become, fluent in it together. But it's really awesome because you just like you can earn 100 like 100 like you can earn depending on how it is. You could literally they could be 100 deep and you could still be getting a blanket of this generation, which is so hard to fathom because it's like A, this only goes to like doesn't go very far, and B, my brain just doesn't want to work that way. um okay, we already talked about the bonuses. Okay, anything else to add to that or questions?
Well, Michelle had a question. What's the difference between levels and generations? Is it the same?
Okay, so the levels would be more of like, okay, so I think this is where you only earn, okay, so I think what it is it becomes a generation when it's deeper than level 3. I don't know if that's true, but I think so. Because it's kind of like you're not going to earn, like, I think that's where it comes in. I don't know. I really don't. That's a good question.
I guess we'll learn that on Monday. That's going to be a question for Steve, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But those
I want to send Michelle, I do want to send you those clips that I said Lindsay sent me because I think you're gonna grasp it the way she explains it. I could grasp it while I was looking at this, but then now I'm like, I can't teach it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'll send those to you because I think that's gonna help. Is that gonna answer level 4? I don't think so. She didn't really cover that, but it might, I think it'll kind of connect a few dots.
when you guys are looking at these volumes too, like, okay, so coming from supplements, which are kind of a hard sell. I feel like supplements are kind of a hard sell, because people don't always think they need them, but everyone's buying skincare. Okay. I would do like 10,000 in personal sales of like CBD a month. So I feel like getting your whole entire organization to 10,000, like I think it's going to be a lot more doable than you guys think. What I'm learning from Tabitha when she says skincare is so much easier than the supplements and the cleaning supplies that I'm used to selling, I think I don't think it's going to be as hard. If you came from the company we came from, I don't think it's going to be as hard as what you're used to. So, and two, even though I'm not a skincare person, whenever I'm using skincare, I always get the same thing replenished every month. I just stick to the same thing until someone tells me you need to do this thing. And then okay, I guess I'll get that. And then I switch. So yeah, you're going to want to be using the skincare regularly because the more people see you using it and just even just like holding the product in your hand, they're like, she's still using that. She's still using that. I'm going to keep using that too. That's what she's still using and look at her skin. So, Yeah, I'm really excited to get my hands on the products and take some before and after pictures.
Yeah, I highly suggest like in good lighting before you get your stuff to like get a good photo, like stand against facing the window and then do like a photo from, there and maybe do like a couple different angles so you can really you're going to be so glad you have those to be able to compare and see what it looks like in the transformation. Um, I think people are very, very loyal to their skincare brands when they find one that they like. That's what I've found. Um, so that's something to think about. And I think women are just like, not to be negative or be judgmental, but women are like vain and we want something to feel good. And if we know it's going to make us feel good, you're going to spend that. I mean, I don't know, you're going to spend the money more instantly than you would if you were like, here's the supplement and I've got to take it for 30 days before I feel better and notice anything. It's just a little different. You know how it is when you have a spontaneous purchase that you're like, yeah, I'm in. I've seen enough.
I mean, I've noticed that too because once I had before and after pictures to do on Reels, like those get so much more attention than you guys, I feel better. My mental health is better. I mean, I wish it wasn't that way, but it is what it is. And speaking of women, though, my ex-husband, I have this red light face mask, right? He bought the thing because he's divorced and he's dating and everything. So he wants his skin to look good, right? So he bought the thing. Then he's telling me the other day that he's been putting tallow on his face. He's like, "Have you read about this?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't." He's like, so he's like getting into skincare and he's a dude. So I don't think, and I'm 40, he's 38. I think that men are like, I think some men do care what they look like. So I think some women are going to be getting their husbands on the stuff, their kids, especially teenagers. Guys, I remember being a teenager and like having breakouts and like just being so self-conscious of our skin. So I think that it's going to be more than just women for sure.
Yeah, my husband's super excited and he's like a pretty manly guy. He's like I'm ready to use it because he's been really dry this winter. Yeah. And I love too, like thinking about this just when you said acne, Michelle, but I was also thinking, I love to like something to think about on your social media and I'm not saying you should change what you're sharing and make like a whole new niche or whatever, but thinking about how to take care of your skin and Emily and I were talking about this and she shared some things like this, but it's like, and she mentioned this on the call, but like thinking about ways to take care of your skin other than skincare, right? And like from the inside is something that's really good too to share because there's more ways, that are cost effective for people to help themselves in that way. And then it's like you're sort of building value and building trust, but then you're also giving them a product that you highly recommend too that is safe for their skin, that's going to deliver results. But acne, with all of that being said, I love what she said the other day about that being something that um is like more of can be an internal thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like with just
It can
different
be your gut
lifestyle.
health,
Yeah.
it can be your gut, what you're eating, your hormones. So I already started making a kind of like holistic skincare guide that I will just when I get it done, because I'm a health coach. I don't know if you guys know that. When I get it done, I'm going to send it to you guys. You can edit it and you can make it yours. So you can change the colors, change the pictures. If you're, and I know we've got some estheticians. If you know different things about skin, you want to add to it, but just know that I'm like putting it together and it's going to funnel into the skincare here. And then you can add anything you want to that, like if you have another product you love and you want to add it in there, you can definitely do that. So that way, when you're posting, because like people don't want to be salesy, so you can just say, comment, you can like do your before and afters, and then it's like comment guide, and I'll send you my skincare guide. So they don't think they're buying anything. They're just going to get this guide, and then they're going to read it, and they're going to be like, I need that skincare. So that'll just be another tool, that we can have. Does anybody have questions about anything? Like, I don't care if it's like, I've never done direct sales before and I don't even know how to do like this or that or anything, you guys. That's what we're here for. You can just come off mute, or if you want to put it in the chat if you don't feel like talking too.